AJAX is called to get the data from the server. So I'll show you a few of the AJAX requests. This is my Haro matching website, which I showed you many times. So if I go to network panel, I can see all the AJAX requests here in the network panel. So for example, if I put some details here, for example, S1, just I'm putting anything. Let's say I will put some birthplace, birth date. Let's say I will put some details, and let's say 8 in the morning, 0 is the birth month. If I click submit, you will see what happens in the network panel that is going through AJAX request. So once I click submit, so here there are different tabs. There are different types of requests. One is JavaScript. If I want to see all the JavaScript happening, images, if I want to see all the images happening on the behind the scenes. So if I do XHR, XHR is something which we use for AJAX. So if I want to see any AJAX call, I will go to this XHR tab and see what is the AJAX call happening. So this is the URL for the AJAX call, and I am passing the latitude of the person who entered the details, and I am passing the longitude of the birthplace which I entered here. I had to convert it into latitude and longitude, which Google automatically gives us the facility to get the latitude and longitude, and I pass the date of birth which I put here. Once I am using request method as a get. So there are 4 types of the request method. Let's understand what are the request methods. Let me start the notepad. So here you are seeing get. Okay, so this is called the request method. There are 4 types of request methods: get, post, put, and delete. Put and delete are something which we will not do now. Maybe we will do in some of the projects which I will show you. At that time, we will do the put and delete. These two are right now very important when we do our projects. There will be a couple of projects which I will use put and delete, but not frequently, just to show you how to do put and delete. But this get and post we will do a lot. This is very important method, get and post, so we will do that method a lot. In the post method also, there are 2 types. One type is called the JSON formatted, where you send the data in the JSON format. Second type is URL formatting type. In that, you send the data to the server using like this: key equal to value, ampersand, key1 equal to value 2. So for example, in real world, it will be like this: age equal to 43, name equal to many. So the data goes to the server in this format. And in the JSON format, it goes like this: name, any, age, 43. So there are 2 types of data which we pass to the server, either this way or this way. And in the get, the data goes to the server like here. This is the get method. You are able to see here get method, and it goes in the URL only. So the data goes in the URL in the form of key value pair: key value, key value, key value, key value. I'm passing date of birth, this. I'm passing longitude, this. I'm passing latitude, this. I'm passing action. Some action is there which I pass it. So these 2 types of request we have to understand how to do in the React. If I go to the preview, this is the data which I get from the server. So every API, this is called API. This is the API URL, and we are sending the data to the server, and we are getting this response. That is, this is coming from the server. If you see, this is the JSON formatted response, and browser is automatically making it in a nice formatted structure so I can see it. So you can see some data is coming from the server, and if I want to use this data whenever I need it. So for example, I'm using this 12 number. If you see 12 number, it is saying Peporari. That means if I see S1, the name of this person should start with the Peporari. So either of this should be the starting letter of this person. Then he will get good luck. He will get good in future. So this is something Indians believe. Not all people believe. That's the API. So just main purpose of showing this website is that we are calling API in this format. So if you see, the page did not refresh. When I enter the birth profile, it does smoothly, hiddenly, and we are getting data in the JSON data in the response. So now, since my project is created, let's try to do this. cd ajax2 npm start. I will delete unnecessary files from this one, which I don't need for now. I will go to app.js, delete the 2 lines which I don't need it. I will go to index.js, I'll delete the line which I don't need it. So it will refresh now. So now if we go to Notepad again, okay, why I removed this? I removed the logo. Yeah, so I should remove the logo from here also. Okay, so I will put hello world. So I'm able to see hello world. Now this is the two things which we will learn in the Ajax. We will not learn this now. There is another concept that is called local storage. Many times you want to save many details in the browser so that you can retrieve it fast on the computer, on the user's browser. So you save that thing in the local storage. Local storage can store too much data, and you can put as many data as you want in the browser. It will be stored in the browser, but when they clear the cache, local storage will be emptied. So how to save in the local storage and how to retrieve from the local storage, get from local storage. So first we will see how to save the local storage. Let's say I have object. This object is having some data, JSON formatted, name, many, and age, let's say 43. I want to store this object in the local storage. So how to store in the local storage this data? Let's try to understand that one. So I will say local storage. So first I have, this is the object. So I cannot save the object directly in the local storage. I want to convert this object into string first. So what I will say, let's say var object string. I will create another variable and I will try to save this in the local storage. I will first convert it into a string because I have the object. First I will convert this object to the string. So how to convert in the string? I will use one inbuilt function of JavaScript, and it is called JSON dot stringify. When I say stringify, that means it takes the object which I am passing here and it converts this object into string format. So that string format will go into this variable and I can save this string format in the local storage. So how to save in the local storage? I can say local small letters capital S storage dot set item and I will give some key. For example, I will say profile. This is my custom key. I can choose any key and I will save the data. Which data I want to save? Object or object string? What will I save? I will say object or object string? Object string, because it does not take object, it takes the object, it takes the string only. So once I do this, the data will be saved in the local storage. Let's try to run that. If I go to the console.log, if I create this object, and then if I convert this object into string, if I say now console.log of object, if I see object, it will be the object format. But let's say if I do console.log of obj string, you will see it is same what it is there, but here this is in the string format. Same data, this is object. I can open it, but this I cannot open it because this is a string. Now I want to save this in the local storage. So I will say local storage dot set item, and here I will put key, any key, profile, and I will put the value. Value will be object string. I'll press enter. So once you say local storage, set item, profile, object string, it will be saved in the local storage. So how to see if it is saved in the local storage? How to really feel that it is in the local storage? We should know.
Stop moving.
What happened?
Sorry.
What happened?
Oh, my daughter wanted to lay on. Sorry about that, and I accidentally pressed the button.
Ask her to join the meeting. She will also learn.
She put my headphones in my ears, so.
How old is she?
2.5.
2.5. And what she talks?
What does she talk?
Yeah, what she is able to talk means what are the words she is generally able to speak.
Can you say hi?
No, but in general, what she is able to speak.
She can say colors and.
Okay.
Computer? Are you saying I'm on the computer?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just asking what she is trying to say. Okay. So now once I saved into the local storage, I want to see whether really it is saved in local storage or I'm just dreaming. So I will go to this application. In the application, there is a local storage. And here I will go to this one and you will see profile is created with the name and age, whatever I saved in the local storage. So that means I am confident that whatever I saved in the local storage, it is there. Now, if I want to get this from the local storage, now I saved in the local storage, but I want to retrieve also from the local storage. So how to retrieve it? So to get from the local storage, I will create a variable. I will say str is equal to, because everything which goes into the local storage comes out in the string format only. So I'm saying var string equal to local storage dot get item, and I will give the key for which I saved the item. So it is a profile. I saved in the profile key. So I will say profile. Now if I cannot use this string because I can only manipulate the object. If this is the string format, then it is not used for me. It is only in the string format. I need to convert it into the object format. So let's convert it into the object. I will create str object is equal to, I will convert this string to the object. So how to convert into object? I will say JSON.parse and I will pass the string str. And now when I do console.log of str object, it will be same like this because we saved this one, we converted into string, we saved in the local storage. Now while getting it, I get from the local storage in the string format, I convert it into the object using this method. Let's see if I'm able to retrieve it. So I will say var str is equal to local storage or get item and I will say profile. If I do console.log of str, it will be string format. Now let's convert this string format into object. I will say var str obj is equal to json.parse str. And when I will do console.log of str object, it will be object. So we first we took the object, converted into the string, saved in the local storage. Now while retrieving, we get from the local storage, we convert it to an object, and we now use this object wherever we need it. So this is all about the local storage. I will give you in the chat this local storage, if you can save it. I will give you one URL also where you can go and read about this local storage. And Ajax, both are mentioned in this URL. Now we will see it how to do in the React. Okay, let's try to do in the React kind of thing. Okay. So I have this app.js. So I will create different functions which will do different things. So for example, first I will create one function which will store in the local storage. So I will say store in local storage. So this function will store in the local storage. I created first function, store in the local storage. Second time, I will say get from local storage. This is my custom function. I am trying to get it from the local storage. And now I will create two buttons here. So let's create the first button. On click of the first button, I will call dot this function and I have to bind it, otherwise it will not work. Click here to save in local storage. If I use, instead of this button, if I use that like this, whether it will work or no?
No.
Why no?
Uppercase B?
Uppercase will what will happen if it is uppercase?
That I'm not sure.
Okay. So all the components should start from uppercase later. And all the HTML tags should be lowercase. So it will not work because it is uppercase, and uppercase means it is expecting a component. But if it is only HTML, pure HTML, then uppercase will work. But since it is in the React, uppercase will not work. Uppercase will only work if it is component. Even if I try to do H1 with capital H, it will not work. Because all HTML characters should be small letter. Okay, I created one button which will save into the local storage. Let me create another button which will get from the local storage. So let's see what happened now. So I have two buttons. I will put the console.log in both the buttons. I am in save. I am in get. Let's try that. So I am in save. I am in get. Now when user click the save button, I need to store some information in local storage. Let's try to store in local storage. I will create some object. For example, maybe name as many, age 43, gender. So I created an object and I want to save it in the local storage. So what I will do, I will say local storage dot set item. I will create some key. Maybe I can say my object. And here I want to save it in the string format. So I will use JSON dot stringify and I will pass the object. So I can do in one line also rather than creating another variable. I can directly put it in the local storage. Let's see if it is working. So some slash is coming. Okay, no. If I click this, it is in save. And if I go to application, you will see my object is saving the detail here. Now let's try to retrieve from the local storage. I will say var string is equal to local storage dot get item. I will pass my object and I will create another variable string obj. I will say JSON dot parse str, that is this str, and now I will do console.log of str obj. Let's see now. I will click it in the local storage, and if I click here, I am getting from the local storage the same thing which I entered. I will give you this project in the chat if you want to save it. So this way we can save in the local storage and retrieve from the local storage. Any questions?
No.
No.